Greetings, this is Charles McCall again with Mentoring Growing Leaders, and today we're going to start on a short series called The 5 Levels of Leadership. Now, a disclaimer, John Maxwell, much more famous than I am, has a teaching, has a book, and has a core teaching of his also called The 5 Levels of Leadership. This is not those 5 levels of leadership. These are things that I've come up with on my own over the years and have applied and lived by. When I teach John Maxwell's material, I refer to it more as 5 reasons why people follow you. They follow you because what you can do for them. They follow you for your character, etc., etc. And so this is not the same as that. These are 5 different levels of leadership that if we understand what level we're on, then we know what to do to get to the next level. And so that's why this is so valuable. We believe that every person has the potential to lead. We believe, I live in a developing country, and there are very poor people here, and there's very uneducated people here. There's people who can't read and write and come from very, very poor situations. But when I see them along the street or in the countryside, I see someone who has the potential to lead. That's important to understand. That's where this teaching comes in, to lead at least at one level. We believe that they have the potential to lead because they're created in the image of God. In Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 through 28, the Bible says that the God of the heavens, Creator God, created man and woman in His image and His likeness. Now, God is a leader. God knows how to make a plan. He knows how to work a plan. He knows how to set a strategy. He knows how to recruit. He knows how to delegate. He knows how to cast vision and to move forward. All the characteristics of a leader. And so those same characteristics are somewhere on the inside of every person. That's what I believe, and that's what most people believe. Now, they may not believe that it comes from a true and living God like I do, but they believe that people have potential. And so I believe that you believe that too. So if we know which level we're at, well, then we know that we might have the potential to rise to the next level. Not everybody has the potential to rise to the highest level of leadership. And when I say that everybody has potential to be a leader, I always add at some level. Because not everybody, I believe even myself included, probably don't have the potential to rise to the highest level of leadership. I can rise to a certain level in my field, and that's where I'm at. However, there are others that they rise to a high level and they continue to develop and they can rise to the highest level. We don't know. And so we have to give everybody a chance. We have to try. And so we believe that everybody has the potential to lead at some level of leadership. They have it on the inside of them. Now, as I said, if we know that about ourselves, well, then we know what we need to do to rise to the next level. We know what step 2 is. If we know what step 2, 3, 4, and 5 is, well, then we can see, okay, to rise to this level, I have to gain these kind of skills, this kind of knowledge, and this kind of perspective. To rise from level to level, we have to gain skills, we have to develop our capacity, we have to develop our understanding and our perspective, and we have to rise to that next level. I'm going to be sharing with those with you more in detail. And so we're going to start right now with level number 1 in this first lesson, the next lesson, level number 2, and so on. And so the lowest level, introductory level, entry level of leadership is really called the capable person in my book. And the capable person is really even not a leader at this time, but he's a helper. He or she is a helper. But they're helping. They have a heart and they want to help. So it shows there's something on the inside of them. And our role, by the way, as leaders, is to develop that, is to mine that, is to help them to discover where they're at and help provide the resources and the direction for them to rise to the next level. That, my friend, that is leadership. That's what we're all about, investing in other people and helping them to rise to the next level. So he's a capable person, and I would say a helper in a group, more than likely a helper in a group or a helper in a team, not the leader of the group, not the leader of the team. In a church, for example, maybe a cell group leader. or maybe a section leader in a band. I remember when I was in high school, and in music in particular, we had the trombone section, and we had the clarinet section, and we had the percussion section. We had all the different sections, and we had leaders in those. Somebody was the head of it. And so those are the leaders, and the rest of us were helpers. And so every business, every organization, school, and church should be broken down into groups, should be broken down into teams so that you can manage well and so that you can all move forward, have the same vision, have the same heart. So I hope that if you're a leader, and if you're a business person, or if you're the director of an organization, or the leader of a church or a department in any one of these in a school, that you have your entity broken down into teams, and you have team leaders. And so I'm not talking about the team leader yet, that will be next time, but I'm talking about the helper. Could be a volunteer, could be a staff, could be someone else. And so it could be a working group that is working on a particular project for a season, for a period of time. It could be a planning group that is planning a project, planning an office party, or planning a community outreach, or an event group that is planning an event, a fun run, or a carnival, or something like that. It could be a group of teachers in a school at a certain level. It could be a group of workers in a restaurant or a factory that are broken down into their respective roles. And so we're talking about a person who is not yet a leader, but they're a capable person. And we're looking at 3 categories. By the way, if you want my notes, I'm looking at a PowerPoint presentation, and in the notes section of the PowerPoint presentation are my personal notes, the teacher's notes. You can email me at growingleader75@gmail.com, and I'd be happy to send that PowerPoint to you free of charge. You can also go to charlesedwardmccall/wordpress.com, and that is my blog, that's my website. And in the menu section, I have almost every kind of lesson you can imagine in PDF format. Okay, so we're looking at the capable person, and we're looking at his level, we're looking at his ability, and we're looking at his focus. And so the capable person's ability, they may have great ability, we don't know for sure yet, but they have skills, they have talents, they have a good work ethic, they're faithful, they have some ability, they have a good heart, and they're trustworthy. They must have at least that level of ability. Some talent, some skills, a good work ethic, faithful, they have some abilities, they have a good heart, and they're trustworthy. So that's the minimum requirement for that level of leadership. But here's the key. The person at that level of leadership does not yet understand the vision, goals, priorities, or strategies of the team. All they know is, I'm here to help. Use me. I've got time, I've got skills, I've got some resources, I'm going to jump in and help. And so they're helping, but they don't really know what's going on in detail. They don't know what the long-term goal is, they don't know what the vision is, they don't know what the strategy, they don't know the whys. This is a key. Often we train people and we tell them how to do something, but we don't tell them why to do it. Why is a leadership question. And that's why we as leaders must explain to our followers and those that we're training and our staff, this is not just what we do, but this is why. There's a reason behind it. There's a vision that we're all moving toward. There's a strategy that we're implementing. There are priorities that we're working on. That's why we do it this way. That's why we do it at this time. And the focus, 3 categories: level, abilities, and focus. And the focus for this leader at this level, this helper at this level, is self. The focus is not necessarily the ongoing development of the entity, the church, business, organization, or school. It's not necessarily trying to move the entity forward to reach its goals or quarterly goals or commitments or whatever it may be. But the vision, the focus at this level is self. The focus is, I want to do this because I want to help. Because I have a good heart, I've got some resources, and it brings joy and satisfaction to me to be able to help. And so there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm trying to show you, the higher level that we go in leadership, the bigger our perspective gets, and the bigger our vision gets to know what's going on and where we're going. So that's a critical aspect of rising to the next level. Not just developing skills, not just developing experience, but developing perspective on why we're doing this and where we're going. And so how does this person rise to the next level? They must understand the vision, the goals, the priorities, and the strategies. And how do you do that? This is my experience. Most team leaders will not tell you. You have to ask. This is a really weakness amongst leaders. We don't tell the people that we're training the whys. We just say, watch me and do it like I do. Or look, read the book or watch the video and do it like they do. And we don't explain to them. I do every time. The first thing we should do, the orientation, we should have an orientation, and we should sit down and say, this is the vision, okay? This is the vision of our goal. This is the priorities of, this is the vision of our team. These are the goals of our team. This is the strategies of our team, and this is the priorities. So they get in from the very beginning, they see the big picture. That's growing to the next level of leadership. And they also have to develop their capacity at the capable leader level, the entry level. They have to develop their capacity. That may be reading books, watching videos, studying, taking a course at the community college, or getting a degree, or in particular, finding a mentor. Finding someone who knows how to do it. A mentor is someone who's been to where you want to go, and they're willing to take you there. They're willing to help you get there. And so get some education. You go to the next level by getting some education, understanding the whys, finding a mentor, paying attention. If you're at that level, whatever level you're at, pay attention. Watch the leaders. Watch why are they doing that? What are they doing? Pay attention to what's going well, what's not going well. Pay attention to what is being said. Put your phone down and pay attention. Read books, magazines, anything that will help you understand to be able to develop the skills that you need to be the leader. Now, what we're going to do in the next session, we're going to look at the next level of leadership. And if you know the skills for the next level of leadership, that is your mission if you choose to accept it, is that you begin developing the skills that you're going to need to rise to the next level of leadership, because you already know what those skills are, because I'm going to tell you some of them. All right, and so thank you for joining, and I'd like for you to do 3 things. I'd like for you to click like on this video. I'd like you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already, and I'd like for you to click that bell button so you know when the next video is that I'm going to be uploading soon. Thank you so very much. Have a great day.